"Here we go," he says to me. His smile is so kind and good. I'm glad we were called up the same month. We shared so much of childhood. It seems we should share the end of it too. I smile back at him and give him the best greeting we have in the society. "I wish you optimal results," I tell Alexander. "You too, Cassia," he says. As we step off the air train and walk toward the city hall, my parents each link an arm through mine. I am surrounded, as I have always been, by their love. It is only the three of us tonight. My brother Bram can't come to the match banquet because he is under 17, too young to attend. The first one you attend is always your own. I, however, will be able to attend a Bram's banquet too. I am the older sibling, of course. I smile to myself, wondering what Bram's match will be like. In 7 years I will find out, but tonight is my night. It is easy to identify those of us being matched. Not only are we younger than all the others, but we also float along in beautiful dresses and tailored suits, while their parents and older siblings walk around in plainclothes, a background against which we bloom. The city officials smile proudly at us, and my heart swells as we enter the rotunda. In addition to Alexander, who waves goodbye to me as he crosses the room to his seating area, I see another girl I know named Leah. She picked the bright red dress. It is a good choice for her, because she is beautiful enough that standing out works in her favor. She looks worried, however, and she keeps twisting her artifact, a jeweled red bracelet. I am a little surprised to see Leah here. I would have picked her for a single. "Look at this china," my father says as we find our place at the banquet tables. "It reminds me of the wedgwood pieces we found last year." My mother looks at me and rolls her eyes in amusement. Even at the match banquet, my father can't stop himself from noticing these things. My father spends months working in old neighborhoods that are being restored and turned into new boroughs for public use. He sifts through the relics of the society, and it's not as far in the past as it seems. Right now, for example, he is working on a particularly interesting restoration project, an old library. He sorts out the things the society marks as valuable from the things that are not. But then I have to laugh because my mother can't help but comment on the flowers, since they fall in her area of expertise as an arboretum worker. "Oh, Cassia, look at the centerpieces, lilies." She squeezes my hand. "Please be seated," the official tells us from the podium. Dinner is about to be served. It's almost comical how quickly we all sit on our seats, because we might admire the china and flowers, and we might be here for our matches, but we also can't wait to taste the food. They say the dinner is always wasted on the matches, a jovial-looking man standing across from us says, smiling around our table. So excited they can't even take a bite. And it's true. One of the girls sitting farther down the table, wearing a pink dress, stares at her plate, touching nothing. I don't seem to have this problem, however. Though I don't gorge myself, I can eat some of everything. The roasted vegetables, the savory meat, the crisp greens, and creamy cheese, the warm light bread. The meal seems like a dance, as though this is a ball as well as a banquet. The waiters slide the plates in front of us with graceful hands. The food, wearing herbs and garnishes, is all dressed up as we are. We lift the white napkins and silver forks and the shining crystal goblets as if in time to music. My father smiles happily as a server sets a piece of chocolate cake with fresh cream before him at the end of the meal. "Wonderful," he whispers, so softly that only my mother and I can hear him. My mother laughs a little at him, teasing him, as he reaches for her hand. I understand the enthusiasm when I take a bite of a cake, which is rich but not overwhelming. Deep and dark and flavorful. It is the best thing I have eaten since the traditional dinner at the winter holiday, months ago. I wish Bram could have some cake, and for a minute I think about saving some of mine for him. But there is no way to take it back to him. It wouldn't fit my compact. It would be bad for him to hide it away in my mother's purse, even if she would agree, and she won't. My mother doesn't break the rules. I can't save it for later. It's now or never. I have just popped the last bite in my mouth when the announcer says, "We are ready to announce the matches." I swallow in surprise, and for a second, I feel an unexpected surge of anger. I didn't get to savor my last bite of cake. Leah, Abby. Leah twists her bracelet furiously when she stands, waiting to see the face flash on the screen. She is careful to hold her hands low, though, so that the boy seeing her in another city hall somewhere will only see the beautiful blonde girl and not her worried hands twisting and turning that bracelet. It is strange how we hold the pieces of the past while we wait for our futures. There is a system, of course, in the matching. In city halls across the country, all filled with people, the matches are announced in alphabetical order according to the girls' last names. I feel slightly sorry for the boys who have no idea when their names will be called, when they must stand for the girls in the other cities to receive them as matches. Since my last name is Reyes, I will be somewhere at the end of the middle of the end. The screen flashes with the face of the boy, blonde and handsome. He smiles as he sees Lee's face on the port screen, wherever he is, and she smiles too. Joseph Peterson, the announcer says. Lee Abbey, you have been matched to Joseph Peterson. The hostess presiding over the banquet brings Lee a small silver box. The same thing happens to Joseph Peterson on the screen. When Leah sits down, she looks at the silver box longingly, as though she wishes she could open it right away. I don't blame her. Inside the box is a microcard with background information about her match. We all receive them. Later, the boxes will be used to hold the rings for the marriage contract. The screen flashes back to the default picture. A boy and a girl smiling at each other with glimmering lights, and a white-coated official in the background. Although the society times the matching to be as efficient as possible, there are still moments when the screen goes back to this picture, which means that we will wait while something happens somewhere else. It's so complicated, the matching, and I am again reminded of the intricate steps of the dances they used to do long ago. This dance, however, is one that the society alone can choreograph now. The picture shimmers away. The announcer calls another name. Another girl stands up. Soon more and more people of the banquet have little silver boxes. Some people set them on white tablecloths in front of them, but most hold their boxes carefully, unwilling to let their futures out of their hands so soon after receiving them. I don't see any other girls wearing the green dress, and I don't mind. I like the idea of that. For one night, I don't look like everyone else. I wait, holding my compact in one hand and my mother's in the other. Her palm feels sweaty. For the first time, I realize that she and my father are nervous too. Garcia Maria Reyes. It's my turn. I stand up, letting go of my mother's hand and turn towards the screen. I feel my heart pounding and I am tempted to twist my hands the way Leah did, but I hold perfectly still. With my chin up and my eyes on the screen, I watch and wait, determined that the girl my match will see on the screen in his city hall somewhere out there in the society will be poised and calm and lovely, the very best image of Garcia Maria Reyes that I can present. But nothing happens. I stand and look at the screen, and as the seconds go by, it is all I can do but stay still. All I can do to keep smiling. Whispers start around me. Out of the corner of my eye, I see my mother move her hand, as if to take mine again, but then she pulls away. A girl in a green dress stands, waiting, her heart pounding. Me. The screen is dark and it stays dark. That can only mean one thing.